Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Chrissy. I live in New Jersey. I decided to start this channel because a few months ago, my family and I went through a devastating loss when um, my middle sister passed away. Um, it was something that was completely unexpected, um, and it's coming up on 4 months, and it's been hard. Um, And I know that there are a lot of people who are dealing with grief, and I know that grief makes people uncomfortable. And I wanted to use this platform to try to encourage people to talk about grief. So over the next few weeks, depending on how many more people I get, I will be interviewing people and discussing um, their journey on this grieving process. Um, it is something that is not easy. It is hard. Grief makes people uncomfortable, and so it's something that's not talked about a lot. I Before everything happened with my sister, I didn't really talk much about it either. But since, everything happened, I've been very vocal and very honest about how I'm feeling and things that I'm going through. And I hope my goal is that it helps other people because this is hard. No one prepares you to deal with things like this. It's not something that's taught. You just kind of go with it as it comes, and it's just it's not easy. There's no other any other things to say about it. So, um, so I just want to take just a few minutes to talk about my situation and and everything for those of you who don't know. Um, so sorry. So August 30th, I got a phone call late morning, early afternoon, and I was told that my best friend from college of 16 years passed away. I completely broke down. I was just speaking with her on Tuesday, just, you know, 4 or 5 days prior to her passing, and I just couldn't believe what I just heard. Uh, so that was Monday. Wednesday was her funeral in Maryland. So my mom and I had driven down there, and on our way back, the weather was bad up here in New Jersey, and we didn't make it back home until 7:30 the next morning. And at 4:30 in the morning, after finding a place to sleep finally and waking up around 4:30, my dad called us to let us know that they hadn't heard from my sister Susie. Um, we were probably 20 minutes from home, my mom and I, and it took us 3 hours. There was a really bad hurricane that came through, and there was flooding everywhere. And ways to get to our house were blocked, highways were closed, cars were stranded. And 7:30 we get home, and 7:54 in the morning we get a knock on our door. Two cops were there, and they tell us the worst news that we could have ever gotten. I'm the oldest of five. Susie is the middle. That day, just my brother and I were home. My one sister was at her in-laws, and my youngest sister was with my niece somewhere else. So my brother and I were given the task of having to call our other siblings and other members of our family to explain, what just happened. The moments after the cops giving us the news is sounds and images that I will never get out of my head. My mom dropping to her knees, begging the cops to be wrong. My dad wailing, screaming, crying. So the next few weeks were a blur. I did not allow myself to feel any emotions the first few weeks because my parents were so broken, they didn't need anyone else to be broken. And someone needed to stay strong for, the family. So I took that upon myself, and I went with two of my best friends to get the outfit that my sister wore for her funeral. And then putting together the collages for the funeral home. Just trying not to break down because I just couldn't. Um, I tried to act as if everything was okay, but it wasn't. And every time someone asked me how I was, I said, I'm okay, but I wasn't okay. Still not okay. Um, and that's just how grief is. And if you're here because you've been in the situation where a loved one has passed, a friend has passed, someone who meant something to you passed away, I am sorry. I understand, I sympathize, I empathize. But thank you for allowing me and the people who you will meet on this series. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for allowing us to come to you and to tell you our experiences. And I truly do hope that these talks help somebody, because unless you've been through something like this, unless you've been through this, you just don't know. And I think that's what's hard for some people to understand. So, again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. As this keeps going, I might pop in with my own video just to give more examples, give more remarks about my experiences with grief and how I've dealt with it and things I've learned, things people have said, some things I wish people didn't say. So these videos I hope also help people who have not gone through that. So you understand that it's okay to talk about grief. And it is something that everyone should talk about, and it should not make you uncomfortable because some point we're all going to go through this, and in times like this where we need each other. um, so that's that for me for now. Again, thank you so much, and I hope the rest of the videos help you somehow. Bye guys.